Hey traders, this is Mike Sir here. Welcome back to my channel. As many of you know, I've been training traders for over 16 years now, and I've had the opportunity to work with many traders from various backgrounds. Some are totally new to trading, some have over 30 years of experience, some are still in school while some of them are in retirement, and some want to make millions while some of them are just looking to generate a steady income. So when I work with all these traders individually, there's no one size fits all, meaning that I don't teach all of them the same trading strategy, nor tell them to trade a specific type of trading instrument or follow the same trading style as me. Because if they all did, they will all have different trading results. And this is exactly one of the reasons why traders aren't successful. You really need to determine what type of a trader you are so you can leverage your strengths, minimize your weaknesses, and most importantly, put yourself in the best position to succeed as a trader. So in this video, I'm going to ask you the same questions that I ask my students to help you identify what type of a trader you should develop to be. Now keep in mind that this is not financial or investment advice. So let's get started. The first question that I always ask is, what are your financial goals? Specifically, how much do you want to make through trading? Is it $5,000, $10,000, $100,000, or $1 million? And let's just say that you have an initial capital of $10,000 to start off with. Well, trying to make $5,000 using $10,000 capital is obviously very different from trying to make $1 million, right? So let me ask you another question. Would you work at a minimum wage job if your goal was to make $1 million? Well, of course not, you would say. Well, many traders seem to be doing that. So once you identify a financial goal that you want to make, then what you need to do is you need to have a trading style or strategy that would help you get you closer to that goal. So let me explain to you by sharing a story of a trader who I worked with closely. Now this trader has been trading for about 5 years. He is a scalper and he trades a lot, and he's obviously very, very stressed out. But the thing with him is he's very, very good at trading, and he was able to make consistently $200 to $300 per day. And sometimes he would make $500 or even $1,000 a day. Now obviously those are quite rare, but most importantly, he's very unhappy because he wants to make $1 million. Well, this trader's biggest challenge is that even if he could make, let's just say, $300 per day, and assuming that we have 300 trading days in a year, and he has no losses, which I don't think is reasonable, but let's just say he has no losses, it would take him 11 years to make $1 million. And yes, you could say, well, he could keep compounding his profits, meaning he keeps playing bigger size. And this is exactly what I suggested for him. But the main thing for him was once the numbers became too big for him, he lost money. Now, the fact is that he's not trading in a way that helps him get him closer to his $1 million goal. And that's the reason why I helped him develop a different trading strategy that was less stressful and involved him trading less, but looking for bigger profits every time that he traded. The second question that you need to determine is whether you are a fundamental or technical trader or both. And some of the questions that you might want to ask yourself to determine that is, do you like reading quarterly company earnings reports or diving deep into a company's fundamentals such as their market share, competitor analysis, or product service offerings? Do you like to read about what's going on in the global economy or analyze specific economic data? If that's the case, you should consider being a fundamental trader who's focused on trading individual company stocks and trying to identify big trends in the markets. However, I have students who hate reading, and having them read through a research report would cause them to fall asleep. And if you're one of them, then you should become a technical trader. Now this way you can focus purely on the technical charts, and some would say that the fundamentals are already priced into the charts. Now you're going to need to be aware of trading individual stocks, especially when companies announce earnings or news. Or another option that you can consider is to avoid trading stocks and focus on trading indices like the S&P 500 that trades 24 hours, or perhaps the Forex markets, which also trade 24 hours a day, and you can focus purely on the technical charts. Now you still obviously need to be aware of major global economic events or news, but your focus is still on the charts. Now obviously the most ideal is for you to become both a technical and a fundamental trader. The next question that I usually ask is, are you a morning or night person? And I'll share with you a quick story on why I ask. So I used to host day trading sessions in my office where you can sit beside me while I day traded. And because I live on the West Coast in Vancouver, Canada, and I trade the US markets, I start my trading day at about 5 a.m. in the morning. Now, I've seen students of mine stumble into my office with a coffee in their hand and they can barely keep their eyes open throughout the morning session. And the reason is they're not morning people. So the question that you can ask is, how can you be at your peak performance trading when you're physically not at your best? Or as I said in my previous videos, the best times to trade the stock market is if you're not a night person and you're trying to trade the US markets in Asia time zone, it can be quite challenging to stay awake at night. Now, some traders would try to force themselves to become a morning or night person, but in the long run, it just doesn't work. So a suggestion is to avoid day trading during time periods that you are not at your best, or consider swing trading where you don't need to be in front of the computer all the time. The next question that I would ask is, how much capital are you trading with? Depending on the amount of capital that you're trading with, you can divide it into two different types of objectives or accounts. Now, one could be your aggressive account where you trade with your risk capital, which is the amount of money that you can risk without having it affect your daily lifestyle. Now, the trading style for this type of account is obviously more aggressive, where you look for much bigger returns, such as doubling or tripling your account. Now, as well, you will either be looking to trade with leverage or be involved with more speculative trades, trading in penny stocks or even in cryptocurrencies. Now, managing risk is still the number one focus here, and especially for some of you who have big financial goals or have very little capital to start off with, this is the only account that you should focus on. The other account could be your conservative account, where you plan to steadily grow your portfolio. Now, the trading style is obviously less aggressive and focus on trading smaller positions with the objective that you will look for bigger price trends. Now, you won't be trading with leverage or any high-risk speculative stocks or cryptocurrencies. Now, if you also have a big enough portfolio, you can diversify into multiple company stocks or sectors. In addition, if you're a trader looking for steady growth or income, then this conservative account is the only account that you need. As I said in my previous videos, if you have trading consistency, the more capital that you have, the easier it is for you to achieve bigger profits. And you don't necessarily need to take bigger risk or even utilize leverage. Another question that I would ask is, are you comfortable with volatility? If you listened to my interview with Igor Lahosky in my previous videos, I shared a story about a student of mine who tried to force himself to day trade high-flying tech stocks. Now, at that time, I was teaching people how to day trade stocks, and there was this gentleman in my course who was in his late 50s and had a conservative approach to risk. He told me, "Teach me to trade like you, Mike, as I'm struggling to follow the volatile price movements of these stocks." Now, he tried to follow my trading strategies, but just the volatile nature of these stocks were just too overwhelming for him. Now, I met up with him a few months later after the course was over, and he told me he was doing very poorly in trading. And what I realized is that fast and volatile markets were just not suitable for him. And once I suggested less volatile stocks with stable price movements, then his performance dramatically improved. In addition, I told him to avoid trading volatile market conditions. However, I have a story of another student who had very little patience and was always trying to get in and out of stocks quickly for small profits. Now, he would often day trade a stock that was steadily moving up multiple times per day rather than just hold on to the stock. Or he would just get out of a stock quickly because it wasn't moving, only to see the stock steadily move up in price over the next few days. So you need to know what type of market conditions are suitable for your personality and the style to trade. The next question I would ask is, are you looking to generate income or build wealth? If you're looking for trading to replace your full-time income, there's three options for you to consider. One is for you to become a day trader and try to generate a daily income equivalent to a full-time desired salary job. Now, your goal is to take quick profits from the markets every single day. Another is, if you have a large capital base to start off with, you can buy income-generating stocks that give you dividends or share their profits with you on a monthly or quarterly basis. Now for those interested, I'll put together a video in the future on how I help my students build an income generating investment portfolio. Please comment below if you're interested. The third is for you to become a swing trader, where you would look for potential 5 to 10% stock price movements within a few days or a few weeks. So instead of trying to make money every day, your goal is to try to reach a monthly financial goal. Now, if you're looking for trading to help you build wealth, there's two options for you to consider. One is for you to become a swing trader as well, but look for bigger stock price movements, like at least 10 to 20%. And if you have aggressive goals, you will still look for bigger trading opportunities and perhaps utilize leverage. The other option is for you to become a position trader, where you look for bigger price trends and the potential for stock prices to go up 25 to 40% or more in your favor. The focus for you is to trade less and hold on to your stock positions for a much longer period of time, and typically this is less than a year. The next question I would ask is, what type of trading style do you prefer? Now, there are many trading styles in trading, and there's really no right or wrong style. It just really depends on what you prefer. So let me give you a few examples. One trading style is called trend trading. It's where you try to identify the beginning of a price trend and you keep holding it until the price trend changes. And you can use trend lines to determine the beginning and the end of the trend. Another trading style is called breakout trading. And this is where you look for a price consolidation area or a level of strong price resistance, and you look to buy above the resistance line area. Another trading style is called momentum trading, and it's very, very similar to trend trading. It's where you try to identify a price momentum to the upside and you keep holding it until the momentum either starts slowing down or turns from positive to negative. And you can use the MACD indicator to determine price momentum. There are lots of trading styles and strategies out there, so what you need to do is experiment and try to find a trading style that suits you. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to watch other videos, please click on the left for more videos like this and click on the right for the full playlist. I'll see you in the next video.